Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome. Come on in. Have a seat. Take your seat. Welcome to the show. The schedule is getting ready to come out in the next 30 minutes. We have a good portion of some of the schedules. We got the entire week one schedule, Dave, and
Yep,
I
I
got
know.
about 6 games for the Panthers so far.
That sounds about right.
Yep. I got about 6 games for the Panthers, and um we have the entire week one schedule. Let's
Yep,
let's let's pull up the week one schedule
yep.
because it is out. Let's pull it up. Entire week one schedule is out. Let's get it. I'm about to share my screen, and we'll talk a little bit about Teddy in a little bit because I know
We
some of y'all
we're gonna get
want
to Teddy.
want our want our
We'll,
opinions on Teddy
we'll,
Bridgewater. So we'll talk about him in 2 seconds.
we'll,
Let's
we'll,
talk
we'll-
about week one first. Go ahead, Dave.
yeah.
My fault.
We can start with week one. I will say, man, while you get that schedule up, I want to talk about the fact that, of course, we get the Thursday night game against the Texans.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty,
Dog, we're gonna have the class of the Titans. We're gonna have Tyrod Taylor versus Sam Darnold on Thursday night football.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be that's our first primetime game so far. I think we should get. I'm assuming we should get Sunday Night Football Week 9 against the Patriots. That's who we play Week 9 is the Patriots. So
I
I'm
don't
hoping.
actually the Patriots schedule leaked, and I think I had it
Did
up
it?
at one point. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's not a Sunday night game.
All right, dang. So my bad. So Week 9 we do have the Patriots, and I'm
Yep.
hoping that is a primetime game. It should be anyway. But real quick, let's talk about Week 1. So we've got the Bucks and Cowboys
No,
open it up.
this is it.
This is
Okay.
week. This is week 1. Um, Bucks and Cowboys. So the Cowboys are traveling to the Bucks. That'll be Sunday night prime time. You got the Seahawks and Colts. That should be a really good game, actually.
Yeah, Carson
Um,
Wentz versus Russell Wilson. That should be a good one.
that should be a really good game. Jaguars, Texans. That should be
Trevor
a
Lawrence.
nice, easy one for Trevor Lawrence.
It should be.
Should be nice, easy win for the Jaguars. Eagles and Falcons. That's interesting. I expect the Falcons to win that one. But
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah, that could be a shootout, but the Falcons should be able to pull it.
Then you got the Chargers and
And
the football
Washington.
team. That should be a good game. Really
Yeah,
good game, actually.
that's gonna be Styles Clash, right? I mean,
That's gonna
Washington's
be a
front
really good
seven,
game.
Washington's front seven versus Justin Herbert in that offense.
And not only that, you get Rashawn Slater versus Chase Young Part 2.
Yeah, it's true.
So we're gonna find out whether Rashawn Slater is really a left tackle on week 1. It's gonna be interesting. Shout out to the Chargers fans and shout out to the football team fans. Steelers Bills. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a juicy matchup right there. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good. That's
gonna be a good one.
That's probably the game of the week right there.
That's gonna be a good one. Bills 49ers.
No,
Excuse me,
49ers
not Lions. Excuse me, 49ers Lions. My fault.
So it's funny. Jared Goff leaves, and the first game he gets a former NFC West rival in the San Francisco 49ers.
That is funny. That is pretty funny. Next up, Vikings and Bengals. I expect the Vikings to take that one. It could be interesting though. Bengals, I don't know now. Joe Burrow,
based on these wide receivers out here throwing Kirk Cousins under the bus.
I saw that. I saw the Justin Jefferson.
There's no irony in this matchup being week 1. I will say that.
Yeah,
a little bit of irony of it.
That is. I didn't even look at that. I didn't even pay that any mind, Dave. That's interesting.
A little bit of irony with that one.
Next up, our Carolina Panthers versus the New York Jets, a blood and guts game for Sam Darnold and a couple others. Luvu, Robbie Anderson, what's your boy? Eflin. Yeah, Eflin. Yeah, a lot of blood and guts. Should be a good game. I'm glad we're getting the Jets week 1. You kind of get them while they're trying to figure it out. We did the same thing against Sam Darnold. Excuse me, not Sam Darnold. We did the same thing against Justin Herbert. We caught Justin Herbert week 4 and had him all kind of confused. So I think that's going to be a really good matchup for the Panthers to kind of get their feet wet get the defense right, and get the offense, get Sam Darnold. He's going to be familiar with some of the personnel, maybe not the scheme, but he's going to be familiar with the personnel, and he'll be able to kind of do his thing. So that's a good matchup. I'm glad it's early.
Since we're at this game, let's talk about it for a bit, man. Because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Sam Darnold cannot lose this game.
Ooh, if he loses this game,
he can't. Like, let me tell you something, bro.
I didn't even think about it. It hasn't even crossed my mind, Dave.
No. Let's keep this shit a buck, because we need to go ahead and keep this a buck. If they mess around and lose this game, if Carolina loses this game, or if it's like imagine if it was like a Sam Darnold interception. Can you imagine the heat that's going to occur if he messes around and loses this game?
Yo, he might get more heat than Teddy ever got if he loses this game,
son. Because the thing is, so you knew it was going to be on the schedule at some point. Like, you knew you were going to play the Jets this year, so you knew a revenge game was coming. The game is week 1. You're going up against a rookie quarterback. If Zach Wilson shows out in this game and you can't respond to that Jets team, bro,
I haven't even processed that. So,
dude, like, Darnold's going to get them heat, but then you're going to have a different discussion, because we already know what the first 3 games are in the season.
Yeah, I got the first 4 actually. But hold that thought. Yep. Cardinals Titans. That's an interesting matchup. That's a really good. I like that matchup. That's really good. I think that's gonna be a good matchup.
That's got shootout. That got potential shootout potential right there.
I don't think the Titans are ever going to be in a real shootout. They like
Tannehill the Titans can put points up.
Yeah, they can, but I don't think that's their style, bro. Like, I don't think they're going to try to go back and forth.
But I think Kyler's going to try to force that issue, bro. Kyler's probably going to try to force that issue.
So just real quick, I need the folks, all my people to I need y'all to be on the lookout for 2 things. One, the schedule release, I believe, for the Panthers is supposed to drop at 7:45. Mm-hmm. So I need y'all to be in the lookout or on the lookout for the Panthers schedule release. And I need y'all to be on the lookout for Matt Rule's press conference, because that's going to be pure gold. And we need to stream that live when Matt Rule responds to Teddy Bridgewater live, because someone has to ask that question about Teddy Bridgewater's comments in reference to the red zone lack of practice and things like that. So I need folk to monitor that. Let me know, because we want to stream it live here on the channel. Okay. So we need to see that. That is pure gold. So be on the lookout for that, please. Y'all let me know in the chat when it goes down, because we are going to be streaming that for sure. Real quick, I will go to NFL Network when it comes up at 8:00. So we're just kind of chilling right now. So if you're coming in here looking for NFL Network, we're not doing it yet. So just relax, okay? But we will bring in schedules as we see them. Obviously, things have been leaking, so we're going to talk about those, all right? So real quick, we were on the Browns and Chiefs. Ooh, that's going to be a good game.
Oh, that's a shootout.
That's going to be a good game. 425 too, Dave.
Mm-hmm. Well, I looked at the Jets-Panthers game based on the region and stuff, and the Patriots are playing at 4:00. And since they're playing at 4:00, Jets-Patriots.
You might get it.
I might get it, because the Jets will be the New York team that they're going to show.
Yeah, we can watch the clip of Teddy live. I'll put that on at some point. Yeah, we can watch it, and then we'll address it. I'll try to get to that before. Let's do this. We'll do week 1, then we'll go to Teddy. We'll talk about Teddy, and then we'll go to the Panthers schedule when it drops. Hopefully, think we'll have enough time for that.
Yeah, I mean, then we got the leaks, so we can talk about the leaks in between before the schedule drops. So we got time. Right. We got 13 minutes.
We got about 13 minutes. So let's just get through the rest of week 1, and then we'll go from there. So Dolphins, Patriots, that should be an interesting game.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Now, I anticipate Cam Newton's going to play the year, but if somehow he ends up losing his job, it'll be 2 Alabama quarterbacks going at it if it's Mac Jones versus Tua. So, yeah. But I don't think that's going to happen, because it's going to be Alabama-Auburn, because Cam's going to be starting. But,
for sure,
you never know.
For sure. Giants, Broncos, I think the Giants should take that one.
You don't think the debut of Teddy Bridgewater is not going to be able to?
I don't think it'll be enough. I think the Giants are trending upward.
Yeah,
I think they're trending upward in the right direction. They had a good draft, had a really good offseason. I know people, not too happy about David Gettleman, and even Giants fans, they don't like him, which is accurate, and they have some issues with some of the moves he's made. But this offseason was
he had a good draft. He had a good draft
and a good offseason too,
and a good free agency.
Yeah. So
they got Galladay. So
yep. So moving on, Saints and Packers. Ooh, it would have been good if Aaron Rodgers. Drew Brees isn't there either. I think that's gonna be a good game actually, but not at the level as we would have.
Yeah,
it would have been with Rodgers and Brees.
If it's Love versus Jameis, then it's gonna be there. If it's Jameis versus Rodgers, then it's gonna be pretty. It should be interesting if it's them two. That could be a shoot. That could be another potential shootout game.
Yeah. And then we got the Bears, Rams.
So now here we go. Matt Stafford is going back to play his NFC North rival in the Shy.
They reversed it. They definitely reversed it. And then we got the Ravens and the Raiders on Monday night.
That's gonna be a blowout. That's gonna be a blowout.
Think so? Ravens gonna destroy them?
Destroy them. Destructo.
Right. Damn, no love for the
Raiders? No. All right, so let's see what Teddy said.
All right, I'm pulling it up now. Give me 2 seconds.
Let's see what the Water of Bridge said.
They killing. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I think I need to reshare the audio. Remove. Stop screen. Let's try this. All right. That's NFL Network. Hold that thought real quick. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
And the nature.
Can y'all hear that? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. All right. Here we go.
The whole deal in Carolina, it is what it is to be, man. I told them, once the season ended that I wear big boy draws, man, and I understand the nature of this business, and it's a performance-based business. And, I could sit up here and say, okay, Christian got hurt, or we didn't have this, didn't have that, but that's not me. I look in that mirror and I say, hey, you got to tighten up. So it's, little things, that I could have done better. And, as an organization, it's things that, you can do better as well. But I think, man, I'll just say this for Joe Brady's growth. I think, man, like that organization, they'll have to like just practice different things, in different ways. Like one of the things we didn't do much of when I was there, we didn't practice 2-minute really. We didn't practice red zone,
What?
So
the most important thing.
What?
That's
what you used to have a whole day devoted for 2-minute in red zone. That's Thursday practice.
Yeah, I mean it's I guess the game, man, becoming about science, and trying to keep guys healthy. So you didn't practice on Fridays there, but you walk through the red zone stuff, and then Saturday you come out and practice red zone, but you only get like 15 live reps, and guys reps will be limited. Yeah, so I mean, that's the unknown, but I'm a pro, man. I could sit up here and throw all of that out there, but at the end of the day, that won't get me nowhere, man.
All right, so that's what Teddy said. That is what Teddy said. And Dave, what are your thoughts on what Teddy Bridgewater said?
All right.
We'll come back to that. Just hold. Go ahead. My fault.
All right, man. A lot of you guys been watching the show for a while. You guys have been watching us when we go over these games when Monday hits and we talk about what happened during the game. And one of the big things that I always complained about was the fact that we had piss poor clock management in these 2-minute drills. Piss poor clock management. I mean terrible clock management. And I know that Teddy Bridgewater is the easiest target on earth. He ain't on the team no more. It's easy to say that, hey, he's just bitter. I've never seen a guy that took $33 million be bitter.
Facts.
So like I don't think that's it. But from my eyes, based on what I saw throughout the season, there was some terrible, horrific, bad clock management across the board. Some of it worse than Rivera. And the thing is, we attribute it to the fact that they're a new coaching staff. They don't know, they're still trying to figure it out. And we're giving folks the benefit of the doubt. And I gave smoke across the board. I gave smoke when Teddy made his mistakes. I gave smoke about the clock management. So it's not shocking for him to say that because it showed on Sundays that they weren't prepared. Like the best coach all season, when you think about beginning to end of the season, was Phil Snow. He was the best coach all year. And I gave him heat.
Yeah, we both gave him heat early. He's the only one, I agree with Dave, he's the only one that got better during the season. We know it was bad, but he progressively got better. But the thing is, it was bad, and then you think about what he had. Right. He was out there trotting out the guy's last name begins with a W. So like he was out there trotting him out for half the damn season. Facts.
So,
So yeah, reeling it back into Teddy. I feel like, listen, what he said was not blasphemy. Everybody's taking the headline. It's not really blasphemy. It showed on the field that obviously we weren't doing something right. And again, you got new head coaches. You got a new head coach, a guy that has never coached in the NFL. You got an offensive coordinator that has never called plays full time. These guys have to get their stuff together. And this is what happens when you have a first year head coach. Like everybody's taking Teddy what he said and saying, "Oh, he's making excuses for it." I mean, it's legit. Like, and then think about the practices that they weren't able to have because of COVID. That happens. That you have to take that into account too. Maybe they wanted to do more, and maybe they couldn't. So there's a lot of factors that everybody wants to, grab a headline and grab what Teddy said and say that he's throwing people under the bus. I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with what he said. I don't think there was anything wrong. What he said was probably the truth. Everybody wants to, keep it all PC, but it was, and it's cool. It's cool when Matt Rule says the truth, right? When Matt Rule comes out and says, keeping it a buck and saying Teddy's not the guy, and he's gonna have to have it's cool when Matt Rule says keeps it a buck. But it ain't cool.
Gotta have an outstanding offseason.
Yeah, he said he had an outstanding offseason, and David Tepper comes out and says, "Oh, we're looking at all options." So it's cool for them. It's cool for them to keep it a buck. But when Teddy comes out and keeps it a buck and just said, "Hey, for your growth, bro, for y'all growth, for your organizational growth, you might need to do some things different." So I don't know, man. No, and I agree. And I agree. I agree with y'all. I agree with y'all.
Y'all love Teddy so much, just go be a Denver fan.
So listen. So he want to sit there. He didn't want to make excuses, but then but they threw him under the bus too. So what's he supposed to do?
We got to keep it a buck. Like they didn't.
Come on, man. Like y'all just gonna.
You guys are not looking at this from both scales, right? Nope. We already this organization since Tepper's been here, and even before Tepper got here, we saw what happened with Cam. We saw how he got out the door. Didn't do it right then, right? We saw what happened with we just saw what happened with Teddy. They didn't do that one right either. So we've already seen a history of these guys not getting letting people exit properly. Like they could have handled that situation better. Teddy, I'll commend Teddy for staying quiet as long as he did. But you knew he was going to say something eventually.
Yo, they threw that man under the bus. And all right, so if we're going to say that Teddy could have handled it differently, then say the organization could have handled it differently too. Let's just keep it fair. If you're going to be fair with it, it's not one-sided for us. Because let's just be fair.
And Teddy took some of the heat. He didn't blame just Joe Brady.
He did. He said, I got to get better.
He got to get better,
Did y'all completely miss that part? He said, I got to do some things better. And he said, at the same time, the organization needs to do some things differently. There was nothing wrong with what Teddy Bridgewater said, in my opinion. He got thrown under the bus. What did he do? He kept it a buck. Like, he could have said, yo, these dudes don't know what they're doing. And which is what I said earlier in the season. I said, we got new head coaches. We got inexperienced guys. They may not know what they're doing out there. And when you go from Sean Payton, okay, we can all agree is an offensive genius. You can go from Sean Payton to Matt Rule and Joe Brady, who haven't coached in the NFL. You don't think there's going to be a difference? You don't think there's going to be a difference?
And yeah, like Slim said, man, there is a longer clip of it. And basically, Teddy pretty much said he understood that was all performance-based. Like, he understood that.
He got it. He said that. He said that in the beginning of the first clip, in the short clip. He said, it is a performance-based business. I got my big boy pants on. I get it. I have to do better. He said that. That was the introduction of the daggone clip. Did we completely miss that?
Yeah, he's beating out Lock. Let's be clear. He's going to beat out Drew Lock. Let's not get it twisted. People are saying, well, Drew Lock beat Teddy. I was like, nah, Drew Lock beat our defense.
So 704, do you know for a fact he did not do that? How do we know he didn't do this? I don't know that he did or didn't. We don't know that. We'll never know. We don't know if he didn't or didn't go to Matt Rule and say, yo, we don't know that. There's no way for us to know that. You know what I'm saying? So
looks like the schedule's out.
Is it?
Well, somebody the chat. Well, let me check something.
I'm checking Twitter.
Well, I'm checking the messages. Oh, yeah, the schedule's out. Somebody.
Yeah, but is the video out? Like
the video's not out.
They typically do a video. I'll wait for the video. The video.
Yeah, I'm looking at this schedule, man. Let me tell you something. We got the first 4 games we want to talk about.
Yeah, we got the first 4. We got the first 4.
I'm looking at the 16. I'm looking at the order.
All right.
Even though there's
we start off pretty good, so we'll move on to the first. I got the first 4, and so I'm waiting for the video to drop for the Panthers. I know they typically do a video, but they send it. Where do you got it? Where do you have?
It's in the messages, but it's missing a game. The YouTuber.
Oh,
yeah, but it's missing a game because it should be 17 games. There's only 16 in this.
All right, so yeah, we'll wait. But we got the first 4 officially. And so the first game is the Jets. We talked about already. Second game is New Orleans at home. Then that should be a good. I mean, that's a
winnable.
You want to catch them early.
Game.
Yeah, you want to catch them early.
Game. It's winnable.
You want to catch them early, so that's a good. Then you got Houston at week 3, Thursday night. That's a solid game. At least we probably get to stay in Texas, right? Because we got Dallas the next week. So you think they would stay in Texas?
It's both road games, right?
Yeah, both are road games.
They could stay out there. If they're smart, they would. But I don't know what Rule's going to do.
Yeah,
they might fly back.
20 minutes video coming out. Okay.
They said the video was supposed to be out at 7:45, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Maybe they'll just drop the entire schedule.
Let's see here. Let me check the website real quick.
So yeah, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying in the Twitter.
Yeah, that's not it. Well, now some of them are right because I know we play the Patriots in week 9.
We'll wait for the full schedule. The Panthers to release it. They said 7:45. It's 7:46. Here it is. I got it. It's out.
So
hold on.
The email. It is schedule release time.
So
we have to do one of those
Can y'all hear
videos. So yeah. I know you're brainstorming a lot. So week 1, what do you have?
All right, season opener against the Jets. Everyone's talking about Dogecoin right now. So what if we create our own cryptocurrency, Darncoin?
Darncoin is fun.
Lightning round!
Hey Jim, is Darncoin a buy?
I am pounding the table to buy. I think you got a winner there.
Let's talk rocket ships. What I see from you is buying more.
Shout out to Dogecoin.
And buying a lot more.
I can't find anywhere else to put money.
Where is it going? It's probably going to 100, then 150, then 200,000.
Telling you, Darncoin to the moon.
Can we get a TikTok star involved, maybe for week 2 when the Saints come here?
What's up, guys? We're the Presleys. We're going to be doing the Shrimp Toss Challenge. Oh my.
So Saints?
TikTok.
Thanks.
What you mean, MySpace? For the game against Houston, can we get Scott Fitter and Matt Rule involved?
Let's just give him a call.
Hello?
Hey, Scott. Want to be in our schedule release video?
You want to be in the schedule release?
Not really, do you?
No. I tell you what, we'll do exchange for sitting this one out. But you have to throw on the donuts.
What'd they say?
They said no, and I think we owe him donuts.
How are they so good at that? All right, but what about week 4?
All right, coffee for the content team.
Oh, dang, lifesaver.
This is for you.
Thank double shot of espresso.
Double shot?
A double shot. It's gonna be a long night.
All right. Thanks, Dave. All right, you guys are good. You guys good?
Yeah, I think.
Hey, by the way, go big or don't go at all.
Okay, go big. I mean, of course we're gonna go big, right? How do we go big?
What about the game in Dallas? Isn't everything bigger in Texas though?
Yeah.
Like, what about like a Texas takeover?
Dallas.
Week 4.
Nice. That's funny. Nice.
So for Eagles week, what if we did that treasure movie? The one that's set in Philly?
Eagles?
Wait, are you talking about that guy?
Eagles week 5.
Of Independence?
Yes, that guy. But how about this? What if we deep faked CMC's face onto him?
It's a 6-tail combination lock.
I really think we need to integrate our sponsors into one of these weeks. How about the Minnesota game?
Minnesota
Who
week
would
6.
be the most recognizable spokesperson we have?
Week 3 is Houston Thursday Night Football.
Snapper for your Carolina Panthers.
So first, for Bank of America, could we put him in a financial center? But Atrium's in too. Maybe we could put him in their new health plaza. We gotta get him a Bojangles Big Bow box and Krispy Kreme donuts. Could he be holding some Gatorade? Wait, we need Lowe's too. Maybe some power tools? And then definitely some groceries from Harris Teeter.
Guys, I think this is starting to look a little ridiculous.
That's got to be a home game.
That might be just too much.
Everybody loved the guy from last year's schedule release video. Maybe we can use him again.
I haven't seen that guy in a full year. What's he up to anyway?
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer simultaneously target and engage your biceps and triceps.
Welcome back to the Panthers schedule release special. We're now up to week 7, and the Panthers play the New York Giants.
Giants week 7.
Anyone got anything?
Honestly, guys, why don't we just leak one of the weeks to an insider and call it a day?
Big news for the Carolina Panthers. I've been told by extremely reliable sources that the Panthers are going to be headed to Atlanta this season to go play the Atlanta Falcons. You got to go all the way back to October of
We didn't know this, Ian.
last time this happened. I talked to several sources inside the organization, and they tell me indeed the team will be making a 250-mile trip down to Atlanta for just the 27th time in 27 years. Obviously something we will all be watching.
Okay, how about week 9?
I got it. Last time the Patriots played here, Steve Smith had his most iconic moment.
Oh, bro.
We should just recreate that.
Everyone's seen that. How do we make it just a little bit
Ice up. Ice up. The GOAT.
What happened out there on the field?
My dude.
Ice up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll go out on here and say Smitty definitely cannot sculpt ice.
What about week 10, guys?
During this meeting, we have been DMing high-profile celebrities, asking them to be in this video. I'm thinking maybe at Arizona.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better. I'm trying to get rid of them, but nothing seems to
That looks like me, Dave. DMing a whole bunch of people.
much.
But it's nothing yet, though.
You know, most of these ideas are for a younger crowd. How can we skew older?
They wanted older. They got it. Look at us. How old can you be? So, Wilbon, Panthers and Washington. Who you got?
Schedule releases, they're trash. Are you kidding me? We've known for 3 years who these teams are playing, what divisions they're playing, the opposite conference. We know all this stuff, Tony, but yet the marketing people who just get in the way.
Yeah, forget it.
Wait, what about that? that Robbie Anderson, what's that bear doing? What if we had him talking about other animals, like National Geographic style?
I like that. He's got the voice for it for sure. What about week 12 at the Dolphins?
Out the gate. That boy got high and he's gonna jump that. He think he's gonna jump it. I told you. Wow. He living like that though.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we should probably use puppies. Adorable, right? Don't you guys think?
That's the bye week. Is that what they said?
We got a late bye week again, man.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not really sure if dogs are really the tone we're going for here.
All right, week 15, we are at Buffalo. There's only one thing to do. I mean, Bills Mafia is huge. Someone in this room has got to jump through a table, spray some ketchup and mustard, the whole shebang.
Yeah, but who's going to jump through a table?
Except her tripping, bruh.
I kind of think it's maybe just a tad
He
dangerous.
went on fire.
An opinion.
What if we're just overthinking this? What if we all just like sit around in a room, bring in a production crew, and then just throw out crazy ideas and then film it? And that's the idea. All right, for the Bucks home game, we could do this, or about this.
And we're gonna have to play the Bucks 2 out of the last 3 weeks.
Yep. I haven't even seen the Saints come back.
Who's going to watch that?
Or Atlanta.
It's not about us.
For the game in New Orleans, what about Jake Delhomme? I mean, Jake's down there. He's got a farm. Like, what's he up to right now?
God, I'm busy at the moment. X-Clown had a little accident.
All right, let's finish this up. Week 18.
For the trip down to Tampa, I feel like we got to do something to respect the champs. Give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, they are an incredible team.
It's been a moment that has been years in the making. Thousands of people lined along the river off right now as we celebrate the 2020 Stanley Cup champion, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, that's messed up. Yo.
All right, guys.
That was
really appreciate it. At this point, we're just gonna have to put something out.
Yo, that was funny. That shot at the Bucks was funny. Yo, let's give a shout out to the champs and then put up the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yo, that is funny.
That was hilarious.
Yo, that is funny. That is funny. So I did miss something here. So I missed.
Yeah, you missed Atlanta. We play Atlanta before Buffalo.
Yeah, Atlanta week 14. Yeah, okay. That's what I missed.
So basically, we got Miami, then we got the bye week, then we got Atlanta, Buffalo, Tampa, New Orleans, Tampa.
Yeah, this schedule, man, it starts out cool. So you got the Jets. Let's run through it real quick, Dave. Jets, winnable game.
Yes.
New Orleans, winnable week 2.
Yep.
Houston, winnable game.
Yep.
Dallas, that's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one.
We ain't gonna be able to beat them.
Eagles is winnable. I think the Eagles is a winnable game.
We can beat the Eagles. We can beat Minnesota.
Minnesota, winnable game. Giants, I think that's gonna be a bit tough, but winnable for sure. Yeah. Atlanta, in week 8, what you think?
Not in Atlanta, we ain't gonna beat them. Not that one.
Yeah.
Maybe,
okay.
Maybe December.
And then blood and guts.
Oh God. Cam's gonna be motivated.
Well, that's gonna be tough.
Depending on who you believe, some people think Mac Jones will be the starter by then. So it all depends. But if Cam's there, man, he's gonna be. He's this one's circled for him.
Oh, for sure.
Like if he loses his job, it won't be until November 14th. I put it to you that way.
Yeah, for sure. Where were we? Arizona. Yeah.
Oh, we got to keep up with them.
Tough.
That's gonna be a shootout,
and it's over there too.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
The team,
that's gonna be at home. So I think that's a winnable game.
Depends on what they're gonna do with quarterback. I mean, their defense is gonna be legit. Like, I'm not doubting that. It's just a matter of who's gonna be the starting quarterback at that point.
And then Miami, that's gonna be a tough one, but I think
That's
it's winnable.
hard.
Their defense is good, but I think that it's a winnable game. I think that's a winnable.
But by then, Tua should have his feet under him by then.
And so should Sam.
It should.
So and then you come back. You got the bye week late.
Another late one, man.
Yep, Atlanta coming off the bye, we should be able to win that one, bro.
Yeah, we should be able to beat. Let's probably split it with them.
Buffalo
tough, bro.
up there in December. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one.
And I ain't going.
That's gonna be a tough one.
It'll be cold as shit out there. I ain't going to that. Nope.
That's gonna be a tough one.
I ain't going.
Bucks. And what's that? That's at home. Oh no.
That was the home game.
Yeah, that's the home game. And then New Orleans, I think on the road should be winnable. And
last
then
2 games on the road.
Yeah. So it's tough, man. It's tough. Do you see 9 to 10 wins on that?
I mean, I could see 9. I mean, Jets, Saints, Houston, Philly, Minnesota, New York. I could see 9.
All right, everyone. So I'm sure you got the email. It is scheduled.
So yeah. So we'll wait for this to come up. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, that schedule's gonna be tough for the Panthers. I see it's some winnable games. I don't know what the preseason schedule is. I don't see what the preseason schedule is. And I didn't see the primetime games either.
Yo, go back up. Can we put that schedule back up?
I didn't see it. Hold on.
Let's see here.
Let's see. Let's see. I hope if all those are primetime games, that's crazy. I don't think so. That can't, because the Houston game was not highlighted, and that's a primetime game.
Well, everybody's got to have a Thursday nighter.
That's what I'm saying, but it wasn't highlighted.
So I don't know. I got a picture of it at least. Not only primetime game we got right now is the Thursday night game. It looks like the Week 15 game potentially could be a primetime game, depending on how it goes. They might play it on. We might have a Saturday night game with Buffalo. Boy, that's gonna be ugly, bro. But everything else is pretty much. We got the Thursday night game, Week 3, and by the way, preseason.
Yeah, I see it.
The Colts.
Yeah.
Ravens, Steelers.
Yeah, Colts, Ravens, and Steelers. We always play the Steelers in preseason. And let me see.
But the only game that's not primetime. We got a 4:00 game against Arizona, and then we got the Thursday night game at 8:20. Everything else is 1:00.
Yeah, so I don't see any primetime game unless they make that that is still that Week 15 is TBD. So I think that one might get flexed. That's it. That is it. So it's interesting. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Pat.
Yep.
Shout out to 919 Be Will. Appreciate that super chat, bro.
I watched some of Pat too.
Oh, Matt is live? All right, hold on. I gotta get this up.
Yeah, let's see what Matt talking about.
Hold on.
Where's it at? Twitter?
I'm pulling it up. Here he is.
For me, it's always about the team and really a chance to go play some really good teams on the road and at home. So excited for that.
They got to turn his audio up, bro.
To David Newton for the next question.
Hey, man, I got 2 questions. One, facing the Jets right off the bat, you feel like you know a lot about Sam Darnold just from that game that he faces his former team? And I got another question after that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to phrase it, to be honest with you. There'll be 2 schools of thought. There'll be the, hopefully he's amped up and ready to go and, fired up because he's playing the Jets. And, I'm hoping that he's the same cool, calm, collected guy each and every week. That he's, a process guy that just attacks each week and makes nothing more of that game than anything else. I hope for him it's all about the Carolina Panthers. I hope for him it's all about Sam Darnold. It's never about anyone or anything else despite our history. And so I think as a player, when you can make it about us, we always have a chance. And so, I look forward to next year with Sam. I think there'll be a tremendous amount of growth throughout the year. There'll be good moments. There'll be moments we have to improve on, and obviously that'll be a mental.
I was going to say bad moments.
All of us, coming off the gate, and if we can minimize that distraction, it'll be really good.
And also want to ask you, I guess you saw Teddy's comments today, and
here we go.
He mentioned the fact that, according to him, you guys didn't practice red zone or 2-minute drill much because of the way the schedule was set up. Can you address that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys, I saw that. I think you guys know me well enough to know that, I'm never really gonna say anything bad or talk badly about any of our players or contradict them. And I think for me that extends to former players. So, I'm on record as stating how I feel about Teddy. I expect him to do great things. I will always cheer for him. I'm sorry that maybe he doesn't feel the same way about some things, but for me, I'm going to be the same guy. I'm going to continue to always support the guys who played for me. So, in terms of us,
1-2 step,
we have a process. We have a practice schedule. I mean, you guys have been to practice. I think you'd say that we get a lot of reps. We do a lot. We work hard. I think we're really organized. We try to address all the situations. So I feel really good about what we do. I'm not going to delve into specifics about our process. Some of that to me is specific to us. But I feel really good about our preparation and the amount of work that our coaches put in and the amount of work that our players put in, the amount of practice work. I think we pushed them in a really smart way. So, when you have 140 guys in the locker room, you guys will disagree on some things sometimes. You can't ask everyone.
I think Teddy was telling the truth, man.
But we head into each year trying to be better than we were the last
year. Teddy was telling the truth, man.
I think we'll do that again this year. But I feel really good about what we do. I want to make sure I say that. I feel really good about the way we practice and our process. I'm disappointed to hear that he didn't feel the same way.
Yeah, I think Teddy was telling the truth, guys.
Coach, I'm interested with how you built the process and what the practice.
Way under the bus.
When you first arrived here, you said you were going to take what you had in New York and what Coach Coughlin did. How much influence did Joe have based on what he did in New Orleans and even with LSU? And
but he says he's fine with his process, D-Cash. That means he has no interest in fixing it.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on.
But blending with what you did in New York way back when.
Yeah, and I hope you guys understand this respectfully. I agreed on Monday to come on here to talk about the schedule. I'm really not going to talk about
deflect.
That was said today. I get it. I addressed it, but I'm not going to delve into that. This to me is about us, and I'm excited for next week. We didn't have an off season last year, so I'm excited for us to begin to address, some things that we do schematically on offense and defense, for next phase 2 heading into OTAs. So hopefully we'll have some guys here. But like I said, I feel really good about what we do. I think each year is a new year. You look at yourself and say, what are you good at? What are you not good at? Just philosophically, to me, it's like a golfer. Like if your driver's not great and your putter's pretty good, then you better work on your driver. So we sit there every year as a staff and say,
there you go.
Hey, what were we not good at last year? What do we need to improve on? And we do that week by week. So that's a collective effort. We talk a lot about Joe Brady and Phil Snow's in there too. Chase Blackburn. We have a lot of really good coaches. So I'll just kind of leave it at that.
All right, let's go to Nick Carboni, followed by Elena Getzenberg.
Matt, you kind of alluded to it in your first answer about the late division games. So I want to ask you kind of how that hits you when you see that laid out. And the pretty late bye. I mean, I think it's like week 13. I know, you could probably spin the bye as good no matter when it lands, but how does all that kind of hit you?
Well, in terms of the bye, it was a late bye for us last year. We probably would have liked it a little sooner as we were kind of, trying to grow the team. But Tampa had the same bye, and they had the same, the last bye you could have, and they went rolling into the playoffs. So to me, it's all about your team and your age and how well you're playing. In terms of the division opponents, we had a lot of division opponents last year in our first 6 games. We knew we had a young team. We were kind of hoping for it to be a little bit later so we could grow into the division. Obviously the Saints are week 2, but playing Tampa Bay 2 of the last 3 games, with the great team that they have, Hopefully we can grow as a team throughout the year, improve. Hopefully we hit the bye and then can play our best football down the stretch.
Hey, Matt, totally understanding that you're not wanting to talk about some of what Teddy said today, but because of the timing of the trade, we really haven't gotten to talk to you about that since the draft. So I was just curious, how did you feel like you kind of left things with Teddy and just, on trading him and moving on and that whole situation that went down prior to the draft?
I have to commend the media for this.
As I've said, I have the ultimate respect for Teddy. I think in his comments today, he said, he came in after the year and said, hey, I wear my big pro pants. I'll handle things. He's the ultimate professional, which I've said to you guys many times. Like he understood that the way things go. And, when we traded him, I called him, talked to him. And at the end of the day, I hope that Denver's a great situation for him. I like who he is as a man. I like who he is as a football player. I like who he is as a leader. And I know Vic Fangio and those guys are going to like him as well. So I think if you went back to my comments all of last year, you can't find a bad comment. I don't have anything negative to say. Part of this,
and this is where I want the media to bounce back, but I know they can't.
That's the part I haven't really liked about football, but it's the necessary part. And that happened. Hopefully, we did it the right way. And I expect him to have tremendous success.
All right, guys, I got time for 2 more, so let's go to Herb White and then finish with Joe Person.
Thanks. Coach Rule, with the 17th game, does this change anything in terms of the way that you will manage this team this year? Understanding that, one more game means one more opportunity for things like injuries or to rest people, depending on how your season is going, or give younger players an opportunity to step up and contribute.
Yeah, I think it'll affect several things. I think we've tried to add some depth on the D line and at corner. Those seem to be the areas where you have injuries; they show up the quickest. Some of the ways that we do things in terms of our practice schedule, sports science, some of the things we've already talked about. We're one of the few teams that was in the top 6 for GPS speeds. The first 4 games, the second 4 games, the third 4 games, the fourth 4 games. So we'll continue to preach to our guys, the importance of taking care of yourself, practicing hard, but taking care of yourself. When you have guys like Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, you have guys already in the locker room, Dante Jackson, who believe in that and do it. But you want to be playing your best football at the end of the year. So to me, it's a collaborative effort between all of us. But I think we started to address that in the draft with some of the depth we tried to build on the D line and at corner as well.
Thanks.
Hey, Matt, you said you like your process. Is there anything when you self-scouted the 2-minute red zone, though, that
they ain't asking nothing about the schedule, bro?
Like I said, Joe, to me, this isn't, really the time for me, this isn't the time for this conversation. It would come across to me as if I was, speaking back at that. I just, I heard what he said. I respect Teddy. I like what we do. Obviously, we're always trying to get better, but I think in the right time when we head into, practices and all those things, while we're in practice, if you guys want to talk about practice, I certainly will. But to me, I think tonight hopefully is about the schedule and the great opportunity.
He has no interest dealing with this, bro.
I wanted to ask you too, since we're on the eve of rookie camp, what quarterbacks are you going to have in? I've seen some of the
Good
names,
question.
but was hoping you could confirm.
Yeah, we have Thompson in from Washington. We have Peyton Ramsey in from Northwestern, and those 2 guys are in as tryout players, and we're anxious to see them. They're good players on college tape. We had good grades on them, so this will be a good weekend for them. The numbers for rookie camp are way down because of the rules compared to previous years. So especially when you draft 11 guys and sign 5 more, so there'll be lots of guys who've been on our roster but who are eligible to come. I think we'll have about 32, 33 guys that start the meetings tomorrow and go from
All right, guys, that's going to do it. We appreciate everyone taking the time to get on tonight.
That was great. I commend all the press because they typically be dodging. They don't be asking the hard questions. This time they kept asking. They kept asking, yo, what's good with Teddy? And I commend them. They did a good job. But listen, he didn't. He didn't really say nothing. I mean,
He didn't deny. Hey, listen, man. If somebody look, I understand he doesn't want to say bad things about Teddy, but if something ain't true, the denial shows up some way, somehow, even if it's just a shady denial. Like it's there's ways to deny something and still being clean about it. He didn't deny anything.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think again, and I don't. Why would of all things to pick out? If Teddy was going to make up some BS story, why would he specifically pick up 2-minute drill and red zone? Why would he just make that of all things to make up? That's not something I would just make a story about.
The fact that Rule tabled it as a disagreement tells me that it was true. That when as soon as he said, "There's always people that doesn't agree with what I do and how I prepare," that tells me that it's legit. And that also tells me I don't know if they're willing to change. So we'll see how it goes, man. If we see that same terrible clock management with Sam Darnold, I want you guys to crucify him like everybody's been crucifying Teddy.
Nah, they won't. He'll get all the passes in the world. He'll get every single pass because that's their guy. So it is what it is, man. That again, enough about Teddy. He said what he said. Matt Rule said what he said. Either you believe it or you don't. Teddy Bridgewater isn't our quarterback anymore.
Nope,
so
right.
I think it's time for us to move on.
Let's move on.
It's cool while it lasted, but
let's
now
move on. Let's just see how the season rolls. Mess around, lose to the Jets because of a terrible 2-minute offense. Just remember Monday, I'm coming with the heat. Just like I came with the heat every week last year when the 2-minute offense was trash.
Yo, Dave wanted everybody fired, dog.
No, dog. I was pissed because I knew we could have won those games at the beginning. And then when the end of the season came around, everybody was putting it all on Teddy. I'm like, yo, like, it wasn't just Teddy, guys. There was a lot of other issues too. But I don't think people understand that. Teddy didn't all of a sudden forget how to play quarterback. That's my point. And if Teddy goes up to Denver and starts winning games, I'm just going to look at y'all like, okay. I'm just going to look at y'all. And then you can't say, well, Denver's got a better team because that's bullshit because y'all know it. Denver does not have a better team than us.
They give y'all the smoke.
I'm just letting y'all know. Keep it a buck. Be consistent, guys. That's all I ask.
Consistency is key, bro. Be consistent. I agree with Dave. Let's take a listen in on NFL Network real quick. Well, whenever it comes back. We'll take a listen, Dave, and see what they talk about. They did talk about the London games. The London games are back, which is dope. Let's look at Sophie Stadium. I used to live not too far from the Forum, so I know exactly where this is in LA.
It's a big-ass stadium, bro.
Yeah, it's huge, bro. It's got this little overhang canopy thing going here, which is super dope. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, let's listen in. Let's listen in real quick, Dave.
Rich, for me, listen, we got you covered from the roof, the concourse. We got a drone up in here and on the field, to the window, to the wall. I mean, we got you covered on every single.
You out here doing yin yang twins now?
I was going to say, is the sweat dropping?
Release. And
that's what I want to know.
You guys
ski.
It was very fitting to start the season the exact place where
ski.
56 and the Lombardi Trophy given out right there behind me. So let's get into this schedule because I'd be lying if I told you that I didn't go right to Thursday Night Football. The NFL Network schedule right here on your screen. We got some NFC East action right there. Giants at Washington. That's an NFL Network exclusive. And we got Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow there in week 4.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yahtzee.
They're doing a Thursday night game in London. That's wild, bro.
What I'm seeing in week 13, Cowboys Saints in New Orleans. Plus, I know our next guest likes the
Christmas Day games.
Christmas Day. We
That's
got
awesome.
the Browns
Colts and
the
Cardinals.
Packers, one of 2 games.
Oh, Christmas falls on Thursday this year.
Christmas double.
I might get an extra day off.
Let me bring in Joe Thomas right now, and he's got new graphics. I don't think it's a new haircut, but it looks great, Joe. So tell me first, don't lie. What did you look at first? Did you go to the TNF NFL Network games or the Browns schedule?
Oh, no, it falls on a Friday. Never mind. No, it falls on Saturday.
Like I always go to those TNF games because I want to see where I'm going to have a good meal on Thursday night in the fall. I tend to eat a little bit. And the game that got me the most excited right off the bat was that Rams-Seahawks. Seattle, one of my favorite cities in the country. That stadium is so loud, it's going to be rocking. And going against Matt Stafford and that talented arm with the Sean McVay offense behind it. I can't wait to see the fireworks that go on between Russell Wilson and Matt Stafford.
And Matt Stafford, well, I'm standing at his new home right now. He's coming up on the show in just a little bit. And Joe, I
shout out to Jared.
Circle calendars.
Yeah,
I actually did because you know that
Here we go,
October
Jared.
14th day
Gotta
in
find my mouse,
Philly,
sorry.
Bucks, Eagles.
Here we go.
Mark it down. We're gonna have a
Worst
great meal,
thing
my
Sam
friend.
could
But
do
let's
is
go
lose
to
to
the
Jets
Browns
week
schedule.
one.
I know you're
Bro.
excited.
It's not fair.
What
I
game
agree.
really speaks?
Bro,
I agree.
he lose that game. Let me tell you something.
Muting that.
Yeah, if he loses that game, we're all going to be having a different discussion on Monday. Because that's a team that we have no business losing to, for one. Like, I know Robert Saleh's there. He's going to change the culture there. But they're starting a rookie quarterback. And they still don't have a good roster. So Robert's going to have to coach. Saleh's going to have to coach his ass off.
Woof. Hey, ICP, bro, I'm right there with you with this comment. I am right. I will be glued to what Justin, if he starts and whatever week he decides to start or they decide to start him, I will be glued to that. Because listen, y'all talk about Horn and all that. I love Horn, great player. But I think we passed up an excellent player, Justin Fields. And if he performs well, we're going to be sick, especially if Sam Darnold does.
But that's not fair. And I'm going to tell you why.
It is fair.
No, it's not. It's not fair because there's a completely different culture staff in Chicago than what the hell we have here.
Well, John, I don't care. The talent is the talent, Dave. It's completely fair.
But the scheme's different too.
Scheme is different, but the talent is the talent.
I mean, who knows, man? Maybe they didn't think he was a fit. Maybe they thought Sam Darnold was a better fit.
Y'all want to hear Matt Stafford?
We're doing better for having you zoom in with us right here. So you knew that you were going to face the NFC North here, but I mean, week one, you can't get away from Khalil Mack. I mean, what's the deal? I mean, you can't even get a break. The first Sunday night game, you got these guys here.
Yeah, I opened with them last year in Detroit, so I'm used to opening with those guys. Obviously, a really talented team, a team I'm familiar with. Been playing against them for a long time, so that'll be something that's a little bit different playing in a Rams uni against those guys, but I'm just excited to open at home, in SoFi where you guys are. It's a beautiful place, so we're lucky to get to play there.
Matt, I know you're excited about the season, and I know these guys are going to ask you about what you looked at first when it came to the schedule, but just tell me, how excited are you to be playing in front of fans again? This stadium didn't have any fans last year.
Chicago, Indianapolis, Tampa, Arizona, Seahawks, Giants. Oof. That's tough.
Really exciting. It was a unique year. You guys were around the game last year and you saw these games, just how different it felt without fans in the stands. It's something that just brings such a great energy to our game, something that as players we thrive off of, both being at home, lighting up our own, home fans, but also, enjoying that challenge of being on the road and hearing all that adversity too. So I'm excited to have them back in. Hopefully, most, if not every place has a bunch of
89 stubs. If we go 3-14, Darnold ain't gonna be the only one that's not gonna be here anymore. I can promise you that.
But you know that. Are you prepared to do what the man whose voice you just heard did? That means come to the Rams in year one and bring that Super Bowl home.
Nice.
Wow.
Obviously, that's the goal. That's the main goal, and something I'm really excited about, having the opportunity to play
That's
here.
a tough schedule, bro.
This franchise.
I'm looking at that schedule.
A bunch of great players that come before me. It's a fresh start for me as a player, and hopefully the guys on this team are excited to have me, and we can make some big time plays this year and have a ton of success.
Matthew, it's Mooch here. I'm looking at your schedule. Week 7. Have you seen your schedule yet? Detroit Lions show up here in SoFi. What's it going to be like
blood and guts
for you, a place that you played so well for so long, and you're going to be facing your old team and a lot of your friends? What will that be like?
It'll be different. It's something I've never, obviously experienced. I've played for the same same franchise for 12 years. So this will be a new one for me. Obviously a bunch of great friends and, on the other side of the ball, an organization I care a lot about, but that
Man,
weekend I'll be doing everything I can to make sure that, we come out on top.
All right, Matthew, I appreciate you taking the time here. I don't know if you're aware, this is not only the home for you, but it's also the future home of NFL Network. We're moving in. So I am going to use this real estate right now live on this network to ask you, when you're on the road, is it possible that I can use your parking spot, Matthew?
Great question.
Arrange for that at all?
We can work something out.
Make him pay you, Matthew. I mean, make him give up something for this. Don't make it easy on him.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it's like taking somebody's number. You got to work something out here.
I'm not asking to have it Matthew, you can have it on game day. I'm just saying when you're on the road. I mean,
nobody's using it.
What's the big deal? I'm just saying, it's a business we're talking about here. I'm just telling Matthew just to be smart about this.
Hey, man.
Matt,
come on, Kurt.
Quick blocking,
you gotta
bro.
relax, yo.
Give me 2 spots.
Bring your checkbook,
man. I mean, just in case parking's the same in our new spot. We all know everybody around here by the camera knows.
Just make sure let me know what he offers before you give it to him, all right?
Matthew Stafford.
Hey, good luck, buddy. Good luck with the season,
that's
buddy.
Matthew Stafford right here
Appreciate
on
you guys.
the schedule.
All right, real quick. I got the strength of schedules up here. So the number one strength of schedule is the Steelers.
Oh, that makes sense. They got freaking Buffalo week 1.
Steelers got the toughest schedule. Next up, Ravens. Then the Bears. Then the Packers. Then the Vikings.
We got one of the easy schedules.
Yeah, the Panthers are all the way down at number 26. So what they did was they combined all of the the wins and losses for each team in 2020. Based off of that, the Steelers have the toughest schedule. The easiest schedule belongs to the Eagles, partially because the NFC East was trash. So all the NFC East teams are at the bottom, along with some of the NFC South teams. The Bucks are 29, the Falcons are 30, the Panthers are 26, Saints are 22.
Hilarious that the Panthers got a tougher schedule than the freaking Super Bowl champions, but I digress. Kind of doesn't make sense. Well, no, it kind of does.
Well, we're on their schedule.
Yeah, twice. So yeah,
twice. Yeah. So that makes sense. Makes perfect sense to me.
And the Falcons on the schedule twice too, and they were trash.
Falcons on the schedule twice. Yep. So yeah, that's interesting. And agree. It's all on paper. You're right. It's all on paper, and this is based on last year's year's win losses. So a lot of people got better. So I'm just
a lot of people got better. A lot of people changed teams. So it's a lot. It's different.
Yep. I'm just throwing it out there as a stat. I'm not trying to say it's gonna be an easy schedule at all.
I don't think the NFC East is gonna be tough, man. I just think that the NFC East is a two team division. Either Washington or Dallas is winning it. Like, I don't think anybody else has a shot. That's just my opinion.
All right, man. I think the Giants are gonna be competitive, dog. I think that division is gonna be competitive, man.
Well, I mean, what's competitive? The winner gets.
Was competitive last year. That's fair. It was competitive last year to be trash. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, all right. The winner's 9-8. What do you do? I mean, they ain't gonna be no. I mean, Dallas should be better with Dak back, but they were losing games when Dak was there, so they didn't have no defense. Dallas, we'll see if the defense could gel. They did draft heavy on the defensive side of the ball this year. So if their defense picks up, then Dallas becomes interesting. But otherwise, man, Washington's going to probably mess around and repeat.
I think Dallas is going to be tough. If Dak comes back
and the defense is legit,
and the defense improves with Micah, I think they're going to be tough to beat. I just think that offense is going to be clicking. And so I'm a roll with Dallas winning it. Look, we can go division by division, Dave. How about that? That sounds fun.
Let's go.
So NFC East, you said you got who?
I'm going to say the team does it again. Team repeats.
Okay.
Dallas is too easy. Dallas is too easy.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. So what you think about NFC East? Excuse me, NFC South. NFC South. My bad.
Oh, NFC South, Bucks.
Bucks. I'm rolling with the Bucks too.
Yeah.
NFC West. Yeah, that's tough. I think I'm gonna roll with
Arizona.
I was gonna say I'm gonna roll with the Cardinals too. I'm with you on that. I'm rolling with the Cardinals. I think Seahawks are gonna be tough too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a competitive division.
Yep.
The Rams can win it too. I mean, like forget with Stafford, but I'm gonna go with Kyler. I'm gonna go with Kyler and the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Kyler and them too. How about what do we do? NFC West. That's what we just did.
NFC North.
North, yes, North. My bad.
NFC North.
I'm rolling with
Chicago.
I can't do that. I'm rolling with the Vikings, Dave.
I'm doing Chicago.
I'm rolling with the Vikings.
I mean, it feels as good as y'all say he is. He should be able to win in that division.
That's if Phil starts. I don't think he's gonna start off the rip.
Yeah, but I think even then, I mean, that if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back, that division is wide open.
And my assumption was that he wasn't.
Yeah, and don't sleep on Detroit. Do not sleep on Detroit.
Yeah,
I do not sleep on Detroit, because Detroit could win that division. Because I think people didn't like the Dan Campbell hire, but people forget. Like Dan Campbell had a terrible ass team when he took over Miami and played pretty well.
Look what they just did, man. They stole. They peeping in on the content, Dave, and they stealing it. They stealing it, man. Right from underneath me, bro. Right from underneath me. But it's all good.
Right. All right, what's up with the AFC?
AFC. So let's rock with the AFC South.
Indy.
Let me stop this shit.
Actually, nah, I'll stay with Indy. I'll say Indy. I'll say the Colts.
You rolling with the Colts?
I'm rolling with the Colts. I mean, it's between them and the Titans. I mean, Jacksonville and Houston ain't doing shit, so it's between them and the Titans.
Yeah, I think the Titans get over the hump, man.
Well, I mean, they've been making the playoffs. I mean, the
playoffs is one thing, but winning the division is not. I think the Titans gonna get over.
I think the Colts with the run game, if Wentz stays healthy, their defense remains the same, they're gonna be really good this year.
I just think with the new quarterback, I think it's gonna take them a little bit of time, and by the time they get it together, the Titans are pretty much a well-oiled machine. They got Derrick Henry, Tannehill's there. I think they got a couple new receivers, but for the most part, that defense is gonna be legit. I think they're the most ready to go right now.
They've lost some weapons too.
They did, but I think they'll be back. They got the run. The run game is what matters for them, and they still got AJ Brown. So I'm rolling with the Titans.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns. It's gonna be Indy for me.
All right, AFC East.
Buffalo.
I'm rolling with Buffalo too. I think the Patriots are going to make it interesting. Keep in mind, they're getting all the guys back that opted out last year.
I know. So I think the Patriots have a shot to do it, but I think the problem is that Buffalo's ridiculous, man. They're too good. They're too good. McDermott got them boys playing, man. They're good. Like Miami should give them a check. The Miami should make it interesting too, but. I'm rolling with Buffalo.
I agree. I think Miami could make it interesting too. Next up, we have the AFC West. Chiefs. Easy. We don't got to argue there. AFC North.
That's
tough. I'm rolling with the Browns, dog.
You done with Cleveland?
I'm rolling with Browns, man. I think that the Ravens are going to be really, really good. But I'm rolling with the Browns, dog. Sign me up. Surprise. Yeah, Cleveland Browns.
I'm doing the Ravens, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue there.
I think Panther Buzz. I think Cam's gonna start. I think Cam's starting. I don't. Bill Belichick doesn't like starting rookies, man. I think Cam's starting. Cam's got to be terrible to lose his job. Terrible.
But, they just showed who had the most primetime games. Let me go back.
You know who had the most primetime games? Dallas. It's always Dallas.
I can't find it. I'm trying to rewind. Couldn't find it. But yeah, man, I think it's going to be interesting. I think. Listen, I love I love the way the Panthers schedule rolls out, and it's nice. It kind of ramps into it. So I love that. I'm a fan of how that worked out for us. We got a couple winnable games up front, and then it progressively gets tougher. Kind of helps Sam Darnold, get his mind right. But yeah, man, I agree. Oh, Jared posted the primetime games in Discord. Let me check the Discord. I don't want to open it back up because be bleeping too damn much. You got it, Dave?
Yep. So there's a lot of teams got 5 primetime games. So the Packers, the Saints, the Cowboys, the Seahawks, the Steelers, the Ravens, the Rams, the 49ers, the Chiefs, and the Bucks. They all have 5 primetime games. Damn. The Bears, the Vikings, the Raiders, the Colts, the Bills, they all have 4. Giants, Patriots, Chargers, Titans, Browns, Cardinals, the team, they have 3. Eagles and Dolphins have 2. And Jets, Lions, Jags, Bengals, Texans, Panthers, Broncos, and Falcons only have 1.
Yo, we got to get into some better company, bro. Like, God, dog, man. Can we please get out of
You got to be good. You got to be good to get primetime games.
I agree, man. I'm not
You
disagreeing.
You can't be out here 5-11 missing the playoffs and wondering you got primetime games.
Not cool, bro.
And then remember, if we're good, we could potentially get flex on Sunday night. And I think this is the first year they're going to allow Monday night flex too, I think. So, I mean, we can get some flexes if we're good. But, I mean, look at the game that we got for the primetime game. We got the Texans, bro.
Yeah.
That's the Texans.
They just said, hey, man, let's just package these 2 sorry-ass teams up together and put them on the primetime games. So let's get it out the way.
Yeah,
That's
like you're going to have Tyrod Taylor versus Sam Darnold.
Davis
Mills versus Sam Darnold. Like, nobody's gonna be looking for that riveting game other than Panthers and Texans.
But also we got to shake that primetime bug too, because usually when we was on primetime we were not good. So we gotta shake that. It's typically Cam wasn't that great on primetime. So I don't know, man. I think flying under the radar is all good, but we gotta start winning some games, bro.
Yeah,
we've been terrible for too long.
Well, I keep saying that Tepper hasn't seen win a season since he's taken over the team. So,
yeah,
but Davis Mills versus Sam Darnold. Get ready, buddy. That's one of the only games that Cam's won on primetime too. Cam hasn't won too many primetime games, man. I don't think people forget people.
Yeah, especially on
Thursday. Yeah, especially on Thursday night. Thursday night, man, he is it's something about Thursday nights, that he ain't got it on Thursdays.
So
and
a lot of my fault, Dave. Go ahead.
And it kind of followed him when he went to New England too. Go ahead, sir.
No, so I was gonna say a lot of Deshaun Watson questions. What do you think about Deshaun Watson? What are your thoughts on is he gonna play? Is he gonna be suspended?
I don't think he's playing for Houston. I could see a scenario that they get a settlement before the season. And then Houston tries to deal him somewhere, but he's not playing for Houston. No way. Houston's already prepared to be without him. You don't draft a quarterback and pick up Tyrod if you think otherwise. I think I could see a settlement, and then he ends up getting traded to go play somewhere else.
Boy, his price is gonna come way down, bro.
Oh yeah. Panthers fans still think we should go there.
I think we should still make a run too. It's going to be much cheaper. The price has to come way down.
Nah, not necessarily. Not if that man's not getting suspended. I mean,
it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. You got to deal with it from a fan base, the PR, like all that stuff, bro.
Bro,
you got to deal with that, man.
Nah, that don't matter.
It matters, bro.
No, it doesn't. Like that ain't gonna stop Houston's price. That ain't gonna stop Houston's. Houston will let him risk. They'll take their chance with him not showing up then, and Houston won't do nothing. He'll just be on the roster. But like, let's keep it a buck. there'll be an NFL team that's willing to give him a couple first round picks. And I think if I had to guess which one would be willing to do it, it'd probably be Miami. Miami has the capital to give Houston what they want.
What's a lot of teams now after the draft? I mean, the Eagles got a couple first rounders. Mm-hmm. Who else got a couple? I think the Lions got a couple first rounders too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Miami, bro. Yes, Miami. They were trying to make a run at him. So yeah, they got enough draft capital to do it. Yeah, I think like we're not trading for Deshaun. Just like we weren't going to draft Fields, we're not trading for Deshaun. Darnold's our guy, man.
I don't think it's all settled yet. I think we can definitely make a run, bro.
Nah. Darnold's it. Just like I tried to tell y'all that we weren't going to draft Fields, he was on that board. We ain't trading for Deshaun at this point. I can see Miami doing it because they probably feel like they got a roster ready to win a championship right now, and they do. They got enough.
Yep. Just real quick, talking about who's got draft capital and who doesn't. The Jets have 2 first-round draft picks. They're not going to be in. I don't think they're going to be in the running. They just drafted a guy.
Just drafted that guy.
The Lions have 2 first-round draft picks. They could do it, even though they just got Goff. They could still do it. Eagles have 2 first-round draft picks. Dolphins have 2 first-round draft picks, and Giants have 2 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, so you could see Miami would make the most sense for him because he's trying to get a roster, be on a roster that can go win now.
Yo, hey.
Shout out to 89J.
Yeah, shout out to 89J. So, my bad. I was wrong. Jared said Cam's 8-8 in prime time. So my bad.
Monday is Monday.
I knew it was good on Monday.
Monday was,
but I thought the record was worse.
Yeah, but look at what look at what Jared put in. He's 4-2 on Monday Night Football, but his other 10 games, he's like 4-6. If I'm mad, it's 4-6. So,
yep. But I knew Monday night was his night. I didn't know.
That's his night. And when we beat the Patriots, that was on Monday night. So we're not trading for Watson.
We might trade for Watson Thursday night. They set it up for a reason, Dave. They set it up for a reason. Read the tea leaves. Read the room, Dave. You're not reading the room.
If we're not trading for Watson,
read the room, Dave. It's inevitable.
We're not trading for Watson.
It's inevitable.
That ship sailed when we were out here offering first round picks for Matthew Stafford. We're not trading for Watson, bro. Rule has put his pro coaching career on Sam Darnold. He's got to keep a quarterback for longer than a year. He's rolling with Sam.
Well, they did pick up the option, so I think he's got 2 years.
He's got 2.
Well, nothing is
nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah,
bro.
Nothing's guaranteed because they definitely got Teddy up out of here.
Yeah, so Watson to Carolina confirmed.
That's funny.
Hilarious.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't want nobody to take my words and run with it and then be like, P&P said, nah, we ain't say it.
Nope.
We ain't say
sure
it.
Didn't. The order was go after Watson, go after Stafford, go after Darnold. That was the order. We got Darnold. We're not going after Watson at this point.
All right, Dave. Is there anything else we need to discuss, or are we good to shut it down? Is there anything else?
I'm assuming we ain't got any voicemails.
Oh, I didn't check them, to be honest with you. The number's up. If you wanna leave a voicemail or holla at us, we can listen to it live. But I haven't checked.
Otherwise, I'm about to.
Nope, no voicemail. We did get a new patron. Shout out to Curtis Perryman, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Curtis, all the new patrons, man. Appreciate that. Hey, listen. Shameless plug. Go ahead, Dave.
Well, before I go, I request a favor from all the folks watching. I don't know how many people's watching right now. I'm assuming there's at least 100.
156.
156. I'm trying to get my personal account to 600 subscribers. So if you can follow me on Twitter, it's right there, Champ D1012. I want to start doing stuff with the whole Spaces thing on Twitter. So I could use P&P, but I want to use my account as well. So if you can follow me on Twitter, I'll even follow you back. Do that. That'll be great. That's all I got. I'm like 198 away from 600 followers to hit where I need to hit. So, but now, man, Rule has put his coaching career on Samuel Darnold. Now, what were you going to say?
No, I was just gonna say, man, real quick. We did. If you're a longtime Panthers fan, today we had the honor of sitting down with the best safety in Panther history, in Mike Minter, and he's such a cool dude. So if you're a patron, you will have full access to that interview. Mike Minter was dope. We did have some audio issues during that interview, but actually it came out much better. I think we were saying, Dave, it came out way better than what we heard it live. But I think he had some connection issues on his side, but we were able to get through it. It's a real good dude, real cool cat. Currently the head coach at Campbell University. Joked around with us because A&T is moving to the Big South, and that's where Campbell is. That's what the division they play in, or conference they play in. So we joked around with it. Fun. It was real fun. But Mike Minter, man, real cool dude. I did hear the J. Cole freestyle. Of course I did.
I know you did.
Cold World, Vietnam, stand up, put the city on the map every time we talk. Y'all know what time it is. Cole is my guy.
This guy, I know he's ready for Friday. He already circled his date. He gonna take an hour off of work to go listen to that album. But now, all jokes aside, man, he floated on them joints. He floated on both the 93 to Infinity, and he floated on the Mike Jones joint. He floated on them joints, man. I saw the LL Leakers freestyle. He floated on them joints. Floated on them joints. Got to give him credit where it's due. Let's see what he does this album though on Friday. You saw he's going to play in Africa, right?
I saw that he's playing 4 or 5 games
Sunday. The tournament starts Sunday.
All right, so we just got a voicemail in. Let's get this cracking. All right, they got a voicemail. Here we go. Oh, I just removed it. Sorry, I got to share my screen again.
You heard I got like 30 more minutes of the pod, but yeah, man.
Yeah, I was gonna come up here. I was gonna come up here and do Dave like that live. I was gonna fire Dave.
Me? Don't fire me live though, bro. At least you could just show up by yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Just do it. Just be like, you're in breach of contract. I would be like, what contract?
Yeah. I was about to come up here and fire Dave, but I decided against it. I didn't think it would be the right thing to do. But yeah, me and Dave would never break up, yo.
Let me tell you something, bro. As soon as my man said, Roy, you're in breach of contract. You're fired and you can't come back. And I'm like, Jesus. But so do you know what they did? You know what happened this morning, right? So they posted the whole podcast.
Yeah.
Then they yanked the joint.
It's supposed to be for Patreon. That's why.
Yeah. They yanked the joint. I was like, well, once it's on the internet, it's always on the internet. So I took my behind the archive and grabbed it. And then he put it back up, and it was only a 23-minute podcast.
Nah, it's the whole thing is on. If you find it, it's on YouTube. That's where I listened to it today. Yeah. The whole thing was on YouTube. Somebody took it, put it up. I listened to the whole thing, the whole hour and a half breakdown of what happened.
It was it was 3 hours long. The episode's 3 hours.
Well, yeah, I only saw I listened to it was, I think, about an hour and a half where he was discussing.
Yeah, that was about a look, man.
I think Joe was right though. I'm with Joe on this.
Oh yeah.
I'm with Joe on this, bro.
Nah, I mean, that's why you can't fire me.
That's what Matt wanted to do to Teddy. Yo, that's funny. That is funny.
But he already did it to Teddy.
He did.
But
I agree with Joe, bro.
The difference between you firing me and what happened with that is that I've been here since the beginning, bro.
That's true. I thought about that too. I was like,
I've been here from the gate.
I can't say that Dave didn't come in on episode 6 because it's documented that Dave was here episode 1. So technically, Dave does have ownership of the Panther Nation podcast. So I really can't fire Dave if we're being politically correct. But nah, David, we ain't breaking up, bro. We first of all, it'll never come down to money because we don't need the money. And it's just it'll never happen. But it's just funny. how that happened, bro. Because as soon as the money got involved, it's funny.
But that's how it happened. That's how it always works. That's always how it works, right? Because like once, and it's funny because somebody asked me on Facebook about it. I'm like, look, man, it all comes down to ownership. And when it ultimately boils down to is that, Joe been on this ride for a minute. Joe was letting folks go in and out the entire ride.
Yep.
Like, it didn't always start with those guys. So from his perspective, it's like, nah, why I got to give you a piece? You weren't here to help build. You weren't here for all that. You ain't out here paying for all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was funny. When he said that,
bro.
I was when he said that, I was dying, Go start your own podcast, but not for a year, because you'll be in breach of contract and I'll sue you. That's funny.
No, the other thing too is that when Joe did it, Joe was like, yo, man, if you got a problem with it, just go ahead and leave. And Parks was like, this is my house. It's just a little shit like that. Like, and Parks was like, I don't have a contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the best way to work, bro. Once you get contracts involved, like if you want to walk away, walk away. I thought that was dope. I thought that was super dope. Like he doesn't have a contract with nobody on his team except for them two. Really. And he was like, yo, if you don't want to be here, you can bounce. That's what contracts get in the way. They lock you into stuff. And you don't need to be locked in. Just vibe with the people you vibe with. And if it ain't right, then leave.
Folks are already talking that Joe's demise is the most hilarious shit ever. Joe does not need that cast. I hope
he doesn't. He don't need them, And I in fact, it was rough listening to Ice and Ish the first couple episodes, but I like listening to them. I actually prefer them
because they're more vocal. They're more vocal.
Yeah, I think for me, Maul is too cool. Like he's too cool for me. He's too like holier than thou. Like I don't like that. For me, I don't like that. I don't like that kind of that vibe he give off. Like you're not even that dude. Like what have you done to be like that guy? And then Rory's
Big's brother.
That's my point. That's my point. He's Big's brother. That's it. Like you ain't do nothing to.
Well, let me help the podcast. For those who don't know, Big's funded Rockefeller Records, Jay-Z's label, Reasonable Doubt, blah, 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 blah. Biggs played a big part of that. That's Maul's brother. So that's how he got the industry in, so to speak.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man.
And Rory had his own thing anyway. I mean, Rory got Deuce Palooza. So Rory knows.
Rory's fine.
Yeah, Rory will be fine. And he's got what's the group? Emotional Oranges, whatever.
Oranges, yeah.
Yeah, the R&B group. So he good. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But yeah, he's had a rough go. I mean, if the rumors are true about his fiance and all that stuff, then it's rough.
Yeah. He's having it right now. Shout out to Rory. I like Rory. I was cool with Rory.
Rory's cool, but I like Ice and Ish. I personally like Ice and Ish. They it's a better vibe. Maybe because it's new. But
and they're grown. They're older. They're older too.
They're older too. Yeah.
Rory is a younger cat. I didn't realize he was a nuke till I met him.
Yeah, I knew he was a capper. He talks about it quite often if you listen to the podcast.
Yeah. I obviously missed it. Like I did the meet and greet with him on their first tour a few years back when they first went out and did the podcast tour. They came to Boston, so I went up there and did the meet and greet. I was on their dock, huh?
So how'd you find out? Like how did it come about?
I saw when we were doing the pictures. There was a Q there, and the Q threw his hooks up, and so he threw his. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. All right. So we got a voicemail. Let's listen to this voicemail real quick. Hopefully, let me see. Let me share. I gotta share the audio. I think I forgot to click that button. It's a little share audio button. You gotta click for it to work.
Yeah, we'll get back to Joe in a minute, man. I want to hear the voicemail first, though.
Yo, just got my fucking New England tickets, yo.
QT.
I'm over there at A for 539. A1, man. I'm gonna be right out there. I'm up high, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no baller in them, but you know what I'm saying? Be first time out there out in Carolina from California, I don't know where to go at the stadium. Ain't been there yet. Been a fan for like 17 years strong. And man, come fuck with your boy out there. I'm gonna be there. It's going down. I'm about to look up flight tickets right now. Keep pounding. And we got an easy ass schedule, by the way, with all this motherfucking NFC and AFC East bullshit, man. We about to dog these motherfuckers.
Shout out to QT. Hey, QT, let's link up, bro. When you come in town, hit me up, bro. Hit me up on Twitter, man. We'll link up, and because I plan on going to that game. I do plan on going to the Blood and Guts camp. If it's not sold, I need to go get me a single game ticket like ASAP. Because it's probably gonna sell out. Let me go ahead and look that up.
That's probably gonna be the first game to sell out, man. Because you got Cam fans and you got Panthers fans. So
yep, them joints is gonna go through the roof.
Them joints are gonna be crazy. But now back to Joe, man. Like Joe has severed a few bridges, but the thing is, Joe can because he's independent. Like there's a level of independence that's understated when it comes to him. You know what I'm saying? So like for him, it's like, yo, he could when you're an independent artist, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can burn as many bridges as you want because that's a decision that you make the decision on. Like you're not dependent on a major label or somebody else trying to tell you what to do when it comes to that. He can do whatever he wants because he's independent. There's a benefit to that. Y'all should replace Maury and Maul. I don't know Joe, man. I've only met him once. I mean, I can see a scenario where we start 6-0, but I mean,
nah, that ain't happening.
I don't see it. Like
6-0,
we have to pull up,
I don't see us beating Dallas.
We got to pull some upsets up at this piece, particularly against Dallas. And we got in the other games that aren't going to be easy. Like that game against the Saints weeks 2 is not a given.
Nah, it's not.
It's not a given.
It's not.
So, it'll get interesting quick. But listen, man. Yeah, Joe was on one.
Nah, I get it, bro.
But them episodes when they came back were awkward as hell.
It was only one full one. The first one it was 2, but the first one they were just talking about the situation, so that one didn't count to me. They were just getting their grievances off. That one didn't count. I'm talking about why I gotta get a passcode.
How y'all feel about our bye week? I'm not happy with these late bye weeks. It's the second year in a row we had week 13 as a bye week. So I will say though, man, like I like Panthers defense week 1 in fantasy. I will say that. I like it a lot. I like any defense that's going up against a rookie quarterback in week 1. Famous Jameis. All right.
But yeah, I think that's all the voicemail. Let me check one more time, see if there's any nope, no more voicemails. Shout out to QT, man. Appreciate that voicemail, dog.
Yeah, but 89 J Stubbs, it's all a trend, but guess what? He's still getting his money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't hurt him. He's leveled up. He's leveled up wherever he went. Like anytime
he said on the podcast, he was like, yo, I was worried about the numbers initially about how the views was going to be with Roy and Maul gone, and it went right back up to what they were without him, with Ice and Ish. So he's good.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. I think it was the right, and he's probably going to make more money without them two, or without one. I don't know. He didn't. I'm wondering where it goes with Maul, because he didn't fire Maul.
He kind of did. He did, but he didn't.
He ain't say it like he said it with Rory though.
No, he didn't. I think Maul could be more. Maul would probably be more willing to come back, but then you got to remember the premise of Maul leaving the first time.
Exactly. He left because Rory wasn't there. They did it together, and he said, "I'm not doing the show without Rory."
Yeah, so
that's what he said.
If Rory's fired, then it don't look like he's coming back.
But he didn't explicitly say, "Maul, you're fired." So
I thought he did. I gotta go.
Nah, he didn't. He didn't because I was waiting for it.
Well, he said he was fired, and then he pretty much said, "Maul, I shouldn't have to say this," but he didn't fire him. You're right there, but it was kind of inferred. It was inferred, like, "Yo, you ain't welcome either." But we'll see.
Well, he was pretty much saying that our beef shouldn't have stemmed from Rory. Like Rory was the one that caused the beef between them two, and because of the money, the whole money thing. And he's saying that Rory shouldn't have anything to do with them because their friendship goes back further.
Yeah, and it's funny because he kind of threw Rory something vicious, pretty much saying, "Yo, I really didn't really know you, dude." When you
he did. I didn't know that. I thought they went back further than that. But yeah, he's like, "Yo, I don't know you like that. Like you don't know me, and for you to kind of call me out." But yeah, it's weird, like him asking for audit, and if this is all one sided, right? Who knows what really happened between them?
But the thing is like, imagine that you've been like, so it's a difference between partnership and being an employee. I can't go ask for the books from my boss. I can't do that. And none of you guys can either.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at your job, you can't be out here asking for the books for your company.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. That's you're right. Yeah, I mean,
because you're an employee.
He's a contractor too. He's 1099. So like you really have no leverage at all. And I think he wanted, and I didn't realize that either, man. You talk about episode one happened. Neither one of them two were around. So like you can't say day one when you weren't there day one. Yes, it built to something different as a threesome, but at the end of the day, it's still Joe's stuff. It's his name. It's y'all let him put his name on it.
His name was on it. His name was on it. His career has always been a factor in it because when he first was doing the podcast, he was still doing music at the time. If you don't think that helped, y'all in denial because it helped. Like he was still doing his album still at that time. Because he didn't retire till Rage in the Machine. And that was a few years back. So like right before the Spotify deal. So like his music was part of that podcast for such a long time. And that helped with his branding. Big time.
Yeah. Joe is the reason why people go to the podcast, not Maul. Not me. I really don't. Again, Maul is too cool for me, bro. I can't rock with it. Too cool for me. But all right, Dave, we got anything else, man? It's 9:00. We can shut this thing down. We gave y'all a twofer this week. Y'all got 2 shows in a week. And Dave, just a quick reminder again, go watch Dave's Fantasy Focus. I think the one on Josh Allen dropped today. Yep. So a couple more still coming. They will be coming throughout the weeks. So keep watching them joints. It's fun. We're gonna keep trying to get some more legends in the building. Go watch the Mike Minter interview or become a patron to come watch the Mike Minter interview. That would be great. We got a good supporting cast. Shout out to all the patrons.
We just got another one too. Shout out to D'Angelo the Legend.
I thought D'Angelo was in there already.
Nope, he's in there now. No, he just joined the party. So shout out to D'Angelo.
Oh no, he was one. He just joined the Patreon. I joined the Discord.
Oh, gotcha.
He was always a patron.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, he always had access, just never joined the Discord. So shout out to D'Angelo. But yeah, man, join that Discord, get access to all the legend interviews. I don't think I'm ever gonna release those publicly. I work too hard for those. Trust me, I work too hard for those not to be, properly. To you know what I'm saying. We need y'all to support us via Patreon. So those joints don't come easy. I'm just gonna say that, and we work hard to get those interviews. And so shout out to all the patrons that are enjoying that content, man. All right, so anything else before we move on?
Nah, that's it, man. We can shut it down. I'm gonna go. Dang, it's 9:00. I can go and do some things. Maybe I'll play some Returnal on PS5 and call it a night.
All right. That being said, man, we out. Keep pounding and hit the subscribe button if you ain't already subscribed. Hit the like button, but we out.
Peace, guys.
Peace.